The normally unflappable Secretary-General could not disguise his anger at the lack of international unity in response to the pandemic.
The pandemic is a clear test of international cooperation, a test we have essentially failed. It has killed nearly 1 million people around the world, infected over 30 million, and remains largely out of control. This was the result of a lack of global preparedness, cooperation, unity, and solidarity.
The tone of conflict was set earlier this week in a recorded address by President Trump to the General Assembly, in which he lashed out at China.
We have waged a fierce battle against the invisible enemy, the China virus. We must hold accountable the nation which unleashed this plague onto the world.
President Xi Jinping's pre-recorded speech was restrained at the time, making no direct reference to President Trump, but he rejected what he called the politicization of the response to the coronavirus, but no restraint from the Chinese ambassador in this Security Council session.
If someone should be held accountable, it should be a few U.S. politicians themselves. The U.S. should understand that blaming others will not solve its own problems.
While not directly naming President Trump, a number of other representatives made clear their rejection of his attack on China, and the U.S. ambassador exploded in anger.
Shame on each of you. I am astonished and I'm disgusted by the content of today's discussion. I'm actually really quite ashamed of this council. Members of the council who took this opportunity to focus on political grudges rather than the critical issue at hand.
Among those who attended this acrimonious meeting were several presidents and foreign ministers, in addition to the ambassadors. The Secretary-General's call for unity was ignored, if not forgotten, and made clear in this virtual session that differences of the past have been gouged further open during the months of this pandemic. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, United Nations.